HS2 has been heavily criticised by members of the House of Lords. The Economic Affairs Committee says a new high-speed rail line linking Birmingham to London won't stop overcrowding on trains or help the economy to grow, as the government has claimed.
People living on the route say the report confirms everything they've said about the plan to provide high-speed rail from London to the north. Our business correspondent Mark Goff reports.
In the village of Burton Green, on the HS2 route, those against are delighted they now have the backing of the House of Lords, who say the project won't deliver what the government says it will.
Our findings say that the case hasn't been made. The government is trying to do two things. One was to improve the capacity and two was to rebalance the economy. And on both fronts we have found the evidence wanting. In particular on capacity, the government have not made available to us current passenger usage figures, therefore we're unable to determine whether their projections for the next 10, 15, 20 years for demand, their current projections for overcrowding at certain times of the day or the week are indeed plausible.
Neither has it made a convincing business case, the Lord said. Better local trains, not high-speed intercities, help the economy.
Better metropolitan transport links help to the economy to flourish and to grow.
Welcome support for the protesters.
Well, it just reinforces what me and a lot of other people have been saying all along, that it's just going to be a waste of money. It's going to be a very expensive vanity project.
Well, the House of Lords Committee have basically agreed with everything we've been saying about the economic case for HS2 for the last 5 years. That there isn't one, that the benefits are overstated, that they've made up the case for it, and that of course it will drag more economic activity to London, not benefit the Midlands or the North.
But the government isn't happy with the Lords.
In some ways it doesn't actually take account of the evidence that was presented to it. I'm tempted to suggest that maybe they'd made up their mind what the report was going to say before they heard what people gave them as evidence. And indeed it flies in the face of all the advice that government have had from specialists. It flies in the face of the leaders of the big cities in the north, and of course it also contradicts the view of the House of Commons Transport Select Committee, which said that this is something we must get on with because it's good value for money and something that the north really needs.
It's really sickening that the government are sticking their fingers in their ears, not listening to anyone who's actually analysed HS2 properly and saying that they're going to go ahead. This has to be stopped. It's been proven yet again that the benefits for HS2 are made up, that it won't deliver on the jobs, on the growth, on anything except dragging more economic activity to London, and it's going to be a waste of £50 billion worth of taxpayers' money. It has to be stopped now.
The government is still convinced that HS2 is right for the country. Mark Goff, ITV News, Warwickshire.